How to make good line art. You're probably thinking that making good line art is extremely difficult and that you can never make good one. And I was thinking like that when I was starting with digital art, but with some understanding of line art and taking some time to practice, I managed to get decent or really good looking line art. So today I'm gonna explain you how you can make really good line art, and I'm gonna share you some bonus tips. Making line variations is most important thing in a line art. Knowing where to put thick and thin lines makes your line art unimaginably better. For example, look at these two line arts. Which line art do you think is better? Of course, line art on the left side is much better than a line art on the right side. But why? That's because the line art on the right side doesn't have any variations between lines. All lines have the same thickness, which makes line art look so boring to the human eye. Line art with the line variations is more visually appealing and more interesting, and that's why this line art looks so incomparably better. Okay, that's cool, but where to put thick and thin lines? I'm glad you asked. Use thick lines to outline the character and to separate clothing on the character, and use thinner lines to draw details on characters, such as face features, hair details, clothing details, folding on clothing and fabric, and other things that have, tiny details. Also, your thick lines don't need to be too thick, and don't draw them like this. It's gonna look so boring. Draw them like this, with more variations in thickness. You can make this by changing your pen pressure. Next thing is to leave unnecessary details out. What do I mean by that? You can draw details on clothing, tools, weapons, etc. But do not draw too many details on the character figure. Draw the figure as simply as possible, because if you add too many lines on the face or arms and legs, your character can look so much older than you want. You can use an eraser to make a line thinner, but don't use this too much because it can be so time consuming. I recommend you to use eraser just to fix mistakes that you make in your line art. For example, if line is too thick, you can just erase it a little bit and you can get a really good line like this. And try to avoid making this little tail in line art. It can look so bad sometimes. And finally, what is the best pen for line art? You can use whatever you like. No, really. I personally like this one. It's simple and it's really good. And yeah, this is, just basic brush for Clip Studio Paint. You can use whatever you like. Just find pen that you are comfortable with. Wait, is this really the end of the video? Okay, don't worry. You can still watch my other videos. And also, leave a like if you find this video helpful or enjoyable. And subscribe for more content like this, of course. You can follow me on social media.